At first, there wasn't much to do on the ARPANET beyond transferring data files among its members. But then, a new capability was added. The first killer application that would bring in the masses and take the usefulness of computer networking to a new level. That killer app was email.
I was actually working on a mail program, but it was programmed for a single computer so that you could send messages from yourself to another user on the same time-sharing computer. And I had written a couple of programs to transfer files, and it occurred to me that since the mailbox that I was sending these messages to was nothing more than a file, I could send that file across the network instead of keeping it within the same machine. And so I put two programs together, modified the code a little bit, and the first email program was created.
Tomlinson did more than just write the code for email. In a keystroke, he gave the world a new icon for the information age, the @ sign.
The @ sign was the most obvious choice because we're talking about a user who was at some computer, and it just made sense.
Ironically, what would become one of the most popular applications on the internet was a program Tomlinson wrote on his own time.
It seemed like a neat idea. Nobody was clamoring for email. I mean, there was nobody. Our sponsor, Department of Defense, didn't say anything about wanting email. My boss didn't say anything about email. But in fact, nobody said anything about email because the term wasn't coined until several years later. But it just seemed like an interesting thing to do with a computer and a network, and so I just did it.
So then electronic mail became the completely unanticipated killer app, as we say, for the ARPANET. We went from remote login, file transfer, electronic mail in a year flat or 2 years flat, and then it stayed that way for 20 years.